Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be playing Tarkov, and what I want to talk about today is doing money runs. So a lot of people talk about doing money runs on the shoreline or interchange, but I think the best way to do money runs is to go to Lighthouse at night. So I just want to show you a few things in my setup first, then we're going to hop right into the raid. So the first thing I want to talk about is the night vision. So I'm currently only level 42, I think. So obviously I can't buy, crazy ass like T7s or anything. But these PNV night vision goggles, I believe it's Skier who sells them. Yeah, literally only 32K. They're not the best. Obviously they're not thermal. You can't really see shit anyway at night. Uh, but it does the job. I also like to go to my post effects and I like to put my color grading on olive and then I turn the intensity all the way up. So when I go into raid, I'll show you what that looks like. It basically just blacks everything out and it's just black and white instead of seeing the huge, vibrant green lights. So the number one thing I want to talk about is you want to go to Chalet. So that is where most of the spawns are. I mean, there are other spawns around the map, but I think Chalet is the best bang for your buck. Obviously, Chalet is very populated, but it seems at night, it seems that you either run into people or you don't. It's kind of just like hit or miss. Like sometimes you go and do raids. Like I just did a raid before recording this, and I saw nobody, and I left with about 400 to 500K worth of loot. Um, Another big thing to invest in is a Red Rebel. So right down the rocks from Chalet is Mountain Pass. And Mountain Pass is perfect because you just loot Chalet, do what you need to do, and you walk right down and you extract. Obviously, it's tough depending on where you spawn, but usually, you might want to reset sometimes off your spawn. But if you're in the general area of Chalet, it's a pretty good chance that you should run over there. So let's hop into a raid. So right now it's 4 a.m. So that's not bad. I wouldn't suggest going more than 4 a.m. I would go from about maybe like 11:30 at the earliest to probably about like 3:34. So this might be like getting like a little bright. I don't think so, but we'll see. The best times to go definitely are between midnight and about 3:30 to 4 in the morning. So, basically the darker it is, the better it is. And for my weapon choice, it doesn't really matter what gun you bring in. I usually bring in either a nice UMP or an M4. I've seen my friends bring in, AKs, MDRs, or whatever, but I don't think there's a need for that when they're just doing money runs. There's no need to bring in a huge kit, nice armor, and crazy guns, whatever, because you know you could totally get shit on by a kid camping the bush that you can't see anyway. So definitely an easy UMP. UMPs are not expensive. Just a silencer is, or just a regular M4 build. You just need to carry a gun that if you run into people, you can kill them with. You don't want to bring in some bullshit pistol because that's the chance you do see someone, you're fucked. Um, and another thing I want to talk about is bringing a decent backpack. I don't have a crazy big backpack on right now, um, and I'm not saying bring in a couch, but maybe a T20 or a tri-zip would be nice. Even a scav backpack, like a pilgrim, might be a little much, but you definitely want room uh, to hold your loot because there's times you can walk out of here with an entire backpack and rig filled. Um, all right, so let's see where we spawn here. If you spawn like anywhere like near rogue camp, you might like want to think about just kind of passing the time and resetting. Of course, you could run over from if you spawn over by path to shoreline, you could still run over to Chalet. It's your choice. But there's only a couple spawns I really base my money runs off of. Is either obviously road to Chalet. Um, when you spawn on the rocks um, near the Blue Mansions. And then, okay, so we might have a good spawn here. So this is Southern Road, hopefully. If this is Southern Road, this is good because you run up the rocks, you run right over, and I can show you a little bit of stashes and other hidden rare spawn items on the way. All right, yep. So here we are. So this is Southern Road. So as you can see, the night vision is black and white, which is just a way I like it. It's kind of just whatever you prefer. So sometimes when I come in here with my friends, you can come right up on these on this cliff over here, and they obviously, they'll bring in bigger guns and stuff, but there are spawns all on this beach line. I think one here, maybe one down there. So if you did have like a reap IR or something, you could spook those kids down when they try and cross the street. And actually, if you spawn over there, I would suggest running over to Chalet because you're not going to be too far behind someone who already did. So I gotta find my way down here real quick. And then we're gonna run up on the crashed helicopter. Now there's a couple crashed helicopter loot spawns. There's a toolbox, a med crate. I usually don't bother with it. I usually run straight to the chair on the hill. Now the chair can have, I think, maybe like 2. I know it's got at least 1 rare spawn, but it can have 2. You can find anything from vases, Bitcoin, GP coin. So here's a hidden, not the hidden, here's a helicopter, and then there's a chair right up there. So we're going to sneak right around here. And those nades seem to be towards Chalet. I don't know if they're at Chalet. And what I do is just I run up on this rock, make sure no one is scoping me down from the road. And then you want to look at both sides of the chair. Both sides like this, and then you want to look in the middle. So there's nothing there, so we're just going to run down here. So I like to go back to the tree line over here because there is actually a hidden stash you can hit. And obviously if someone spawned, right here, right on Road to Chalet, they would be here first. So if you don't have that spawn, you want to kind of just play it and be cautious as if someone was there before you. So you run up here and right in these bushes, and if you actually have the settings I do, you can the hidden stash actually glows. So let's see what's in here. Sometimes this shit is good, sometimes it's shit, right? So it's shit. So we're just gonna leave this. And then I'd like to follow the tree line all the way up to the cabin. Yep. So technically, if someone did spawn on Road to Chalet, we would probably be second. But of course, there was a spawn on the other side of the rocks right there. And if someone was walking up, they'd probably be here about the same time I was, if not earlier. So we're kind of just looking around, make sure no one's up here, make sure no one's lurking around. So if we take this path, the first place I'm going to loot it right here is this cabin. So I want to make sure, that door is not open. Make sure no one's running around the garage. And we're gonna run straight in here, and the first thing we're gonna loot is this safe up here. I found Bitcoins in the safe. I found bronze lions in here, cats, so a variety of good shit. So there we go. All right, and then next, I usually run to a garage, but I just want to play it safe here and make sure no one's, watching me from the bedroom or anything like that. Kind of swing a little wide. See if this door's open. Doesn't look like it. And then I usually just check in here for campers. Sometimes people camp right in there. So when you run in, the first thing we're going to look is right here, right at this rag. There could be anything in here. Skulls, Bitcoins. And then you want to look right here. Also spawn there. And then there's a spawn in this crate. Spawns back here. Here we go, toilet paper. There's a car battery. Probably not going to pick that up. And then you can open this, and there's weapon attachments in here. I haven't really found anything good in there. And then there's another spawn over here on the ground. Hoses, just like normal shit. And then there's a toolbox there. I don't usually loot that. And then here there's another spawn right down there. It's another rare loot spawn. And then the first thing you want to do is loot this table. So it could be anything right here. And you want to turn and look at this chair. Nothing here. So there is either nothing here right now, or someone is here. So usually after I loot the table, I come upstairs, make sure nobody's here first. Okay, it's clear, that's still closed. So there's a loot spawn right here. There's a loot spawn right here. And then any of these boxes can also have stuff on it. So even if you don't see anything, I would just check. Like this skull, sometimes it's hidden and under like the flaps, so you just want to be careful. And you can loot this weapon box if you feel like it. Sometimes you get lucky or whatever. But for the most part, right, it's just random shit. I mean, but as you can see, I already have a decent amount of loot on me. You know, pro kills, skulls, cat. And obviously, if you get something good, you know, just put it in your ass. You know, just in case you die, you can still make profit off of your run. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna run downstairs to the bottom floor. I'm gonna run down here. I'm gonna run all the way down. I'm just gonna make sure no one's chilling on this floor up here. All that stuff is closed. So I like to, you can either hit the pool first. I like to run out here and check this box. You can find rare loot spawns in here. I usually find, just like I did, I find stims in there a lot. I think I found a Bitcoin in there once, but nothing crazy. And then you can come in here and you want to loot this dead guy, and you either have loot right around his neck or at his ankle somewhere. So there's nothing in there. Sometimes you find stims in here and meds, but we're not interested in that. Then we're gonna run up here, loot this bag. So after you loot all the tech spawns, you kind of just run around, see if you can find anything else profitable. So in this bedroom, right on this nightstand here, under this book, there could be chainlets. Chainlets can also spawn on this side. They can't spawn under these books, but they can spawn under that magazine. So just make sure you run over and check. Stuff on this chair, nothing crazy though, just ammo and some food and shit sometimes. And then we're gonna head in some movie theater. And be careful because you get blinded by the fucking screen. You can actually find folder of intel on these chairs. I found one on this chair once, and I found a chair in the back. And obviously on this rack here, I would just, yep, and there we go. It just has them talking about it. So yeah, so I definitely check these chairs for folder of intel. It can be very helpful with your scat box or whatever. I think I found one right here last time. So so I guess they could spawn on any of these chairs. Then other than that, there's just random shit on the ground, just food and stuff. So that's basically it for the house. For the inside, I call this the Iskra box because there's an Iskra every single time here. I don't know why, but I mean, that's helpful. Probably just gonna eat it, just why not. And then around here, there spawns ammo. There could be a gun in there. I've never seen one. I'm not even gonna loot this weapon box. So I usually just run right out here. Make sure no one's holding an angle on me. Always check BP. Not bad. I'm actually gonna drop that because I don't care. Just make sure no one's holding an angle. And then right before we leave, we're gonna run over here and check one more tech spawn, and it's either gonna be right here or on the ground somewhere. So there wasn't any one right now. So next we're gonna do is we're gonna just hop on these rocks, make sure no one's sitting out back ratting us. So we're gonna make our way down here. And just be cautious. People like to sit in these bushes here. They'd like to wait for you to run out and just pick you off. So we're gonna run down to Mountain Pass, which is right up here. And I'm actually gonna drop my armor because you can't climb with armor on. So I'm gonna find a spot to drop this. I'm trying to think. Trying to make sure nobody's over here. I'm just gonna drop it right in here. It's just a trooper, nothing crazy. It's not that hidden. Right here, this is good. This is fine. Right in there. And then the best way to leave is just Mountain Pass. It's easy. The time's all good, so you don't need to worry about getting run through. And right down there, if you didn't have a Red Rebel, you just run down those rocks, and then you would be near like the houses, and then you would just shoot straight on down to pass the shoreline. But that's my buddy run. Those are usually how it goes. They're pretty short, unless you die or get in a fight. They're pretty short. That one was about 9 minutes. Always, if you're money running, always be careful with the time. So Lighthouse, the time starts at 40. And if it's anything under 8 minutes, it is a run through. So just be aware that you definitely don't want to come out of a money run with all this loot and none of it is founded raid. So I mean, here we go. We got pro kills, times 2, it's about 160 plus a cat. That's 200 already, plus a folder of intel, 375. I mean, we're at about 500k. Then all this other shit probably add up to just about 100. So we're probably about 5 to 600k. And that's usually how it goes. And if you get all the tech spawns, then you just loot random shit. Now, obviously, have you seen? I didn't shoot a single bullet. Didn't see anybody. Um, so there's my running run. I hope you guys enjoyed this content. I'm planning on releasing some more Tarkov videos, tips, or doing whatever. Um, so hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like and comment down below how your run went, or anything else you'd like to see. And I appreciate it. Peace.